In today's video, we're going to show you how to do an oil change on your Dentalaire compressor. In order to remove this compressor from your cart frame, what you need to do first is remove your power cord that is plugged into the bottom of your power strip. Next, we are going to remove the air line. There is a lever that's located on the quick disconnect in order to remove it. Next, we'll be removing the compressor from the cart frame. In order to do that, what you want to do is you want to grab the upper half of the case, tilt the compressor forward. The compressor is wedged in between the rails with the feet. Mind you, the compressor weighs between 50 to 60 pounds. If assistance needed, please ask for it. Next, we'll be putting the compressor on a flat working surface. In order to gain access for the oil change, you have to remove these 6 bolts to remove this cover. Next, we'll be draining the oil. The oil is located into the sight glass. Before removing the sight glass, you must tilt the compressor in an angle away from the sight glass to prevent from any oil from spilling out on removal of the sight glass. Tools that could be used to remove the sight glass is either a large adjustable wrench or a large pair of adjustable pliers. Next, we'll be removing the sight glass. Turn it counterclockwise in order to remove the sight glass. Once sight glass is loosened, tilt the compressor in an angle away from you. Remove the sight glass. Before tilting the compressor, you will have to have an additional assistance in order to drain the oil into a bucket or a pan, anything disposable. Before tilting the compressor towards you, make sure that you take your thumb and plug the hole. Now go ahead and tilt the compressor and let go with your finger. Once done, go ahead and put your finger on the hole, plug it back up, tilt the compressor away from you again. If there is a mess, go ahead and use some paper towels and maybe some rubbing alcohol, and you can wipe down the remaining oil. Next, we'll be installing the sight glass back onto the motor by simply screwing the sight glass back on and lightly torque the sight glass down. There's an O-ring that is in between the 2 surfaces. Next, we'll be inserting the oil into the motor. This is the proper oil that we supply for these compressors. Go ahead and take your adjustable tool, insert it onto the oil fill plug. Next, you'll be unscrewing it, loosening it. What comes with your bottle of oil is a nozzle. Cut an angle on the nozzle, unscrew the black cap, and screw the nozzle onto the bottle. Next, we'll be inserting the oil. Now, as you're adding the oil into the motor, mind you, after you get past the halfway point, keep a close eye onto the sight glass. You do not want the oil to fill past the halfway mark on the sight glass. If so, please call for further assistance. Screw the oil fill plug back in. Screw it down until you get it finger tight. Now use your adjustable wrench to torque down the oil fill plug to the O-ring. Next, we'll be installing the cover back onto the compressor. Make sure that the hole is on the same location as the sight glass. Next, you're going to put the bolts back onto the cover. Any questions on maintenance or on oil changes, refer to your maintenance schedule sticker located on the back side of your compressor. Next, we'll be installing the compressor onto the cart frame, and by doing this, we want to lift up the compressor, insert the compressor in between the 2 rails, lie the compressor in an angle, and press down towards the back. This will push the feet in between the 2 rails. After that is completed, make sure you plug the power cord in and plug your main air line in. And that completes your oil change.
If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to call 1-800-866-6881 and ask for technical support.